Ever since he took on the role of playing the Incredible Hulk in the MCU over from Edward Norton, we haven't really heard a lot in regards to the two's relationship or whether there was actually any communication or talk between Edward Norton and Mark Ruffalo. Well, Ruffalo now opens up on the recasting and the awkward situation behind it. So a quick history lesson here, because there's always new people here. Mark Ruffalo was originally the #1 choice by Universal Studios to play the Incredible Hulk. Marvel Studios, because they co-joined the production to let Universal hold on the rights, also had a say, and they pushed for Edward Norton because they wanted somebody a little bit more prestige to get on board. Universal was against Edward Norton because they knew that he was kind of what was best described as a control freak, constant rewrites, and he would want his hands on everything involving the Hulk in any project. And when it came to the final advertising of the film, Edward Norton decided not to do any advertising and pretend like it didn't exist, which actually hurt the film. So after that, Marvel Studios decided to follow what Universal was saying and dump Edward Norton and recast him with Mark Ruffalo, who was the original choice. So recently, Ruffalo talked a little bit about this recasting and talked about the experience, and he said it was a little awkward. And he said he didn't talk to him, but he did reach out to him. And that was kind of this way of handling the situation, of trying to reach out to him, being like, hey man, I know you're the Hulk, but they offered me the job, so I'm thinking about taking it. How cool are you with it? And he said he did this because he wasn't sure of how attached Edward Norton was to it, but since he's learned that he was very attached to this version of a character because of everything that's come to light. He said he never really talked to him about it. It was just something that he never got back to him, and he felt like it would continue to be awkward. And he said it was made even more awkward when it was confirmed that he was the new Hulk actor at San Diego Comic-Con of 2010 when Robert Downey Jr. introduced him as Mark Ruffalo, who is reprising the role of the Hulk. And it was just an awkward situation because up until that point, nobody knew. You know, it was rumors on the internet, but it was confirmed. So it's an interesting time, an interesting time capsule piece to look back on. It's sad we never got to see more of Edward Norton, but at the same time, it's been very well documented about how much of a control freak he was when it came to the Hulk, and how much he actually wanted to cut out of the Hulk himself. He was more focused on the Bruce Banner stuff. An additional 45 minutes of the film focused on just Bruce Banner doing Bruce Banner stuff. There was no Hulk. His goal was reduce the Hulk's runtime in the film and make it something that only appears briefly. So you could see how the studio and the actors did not meet in the middle.